So, Fabian Nicheza, yes, that Fabian Nicheza, wrote this tweet, quote, "Is there a number of comic pages that don't sell and attract only YouTube roast videos before they just become a hire to you?" This was in response to someone commenting on one of my tweets about a certain SJW creator who fantasizes about bashing normal people, children included, in the heads with bats because they're not transgender, who posted this, quote, "Certain people have spent 2 years talking about how I'm a talentless diversity hire. I've been nominated for 2 Eisners, and one of my books is a TV show. I've written 1,500 plus published comic pages in the time that it's taken certain people to collectively publish 2 books. The ability to write lots of words and suck up the sycophants does not make you talented." Fabian. Can I call you Fabian? I'm going to call you that anyway because I'm not going to keep fucking up your last name. Fabian, you've worked in the industry for as long as I've been alive. Ask yourself your own question. Is there a point where you'd see another writer whose books fail to sell, yet that person continues to get work, where you would say there's some other reason this person keeps getting hired? I mean, this person has worked at more major publishers than you in 2 years. I'm not kidding. This person has done that. In your first 2 years after finally getting your foot in the door, could you brag that you'd worked at most of the top 10 comic book publishers? You've been in the business for what, 20, 30 years? And I bet you still can't say you've done that, and you're obviously talented. That is the issue here. I mean, if this were a straight white dude, and yes, people listening, I know, but let's just humor that maladjusted person, Map, for a second. If this were a straight white dude who had a piss poor sales record, would you honestly think that this person was getting work because they were talented? That is the point. It's not personal. It just seems like this person is being rewarded for being transgender, not for having any talent or success. This person also seems to continue to get work despite being an absolute asshole on social media, saying things that would get anyone else fired. Just ask Chuck Wendig. Now, allow me to explain. Before this maladjusted person, Matt, in question had a sex change, this person's books weren't going anywhere. After 10 years running around the comic book industry, this person got no traction. Then this person comes out as transgender, pens a poorly written, heavily, and I mean heavier than this person's brow line, heavily borrowed 4-issue sci-fi story about choose your own pronoun self, which then gets nominated for an Eisner, despite the original plot ending in the middle of the 3rd issue, and then a new plot beginning and ending in the remaining issue and a half. Eisner nominated. This person then continued to get work that the previous year this person could not get. This person's writing skill had not improved. It was still the same. Only one thing changed, and that was in name only. And that's literal. You can look at the pictures. Then Diversity in Comics stumbled upon this person, and because he talked about this person, more opportunities came this person's way. Again, this had nothing to do with the person's ability to sell books. This person's original series, Kim and Kim, was bottom tier of comic book orders. It's not popular by any stretch of the imagination. It's not even a cult favorite. No one would know this book exists had it not been for Diversity in Comics and Englandine and Captain Cummings. They were the only ones talking about it. So DNC talks about this person, and then the rest of the reviewers checking out the book for themselves and seeing it was way worse than anybody let on, helped get this person into DC Comics writers group. Over the last 2 years, this person has continued to be rewarded with more opportunities despite this person's books failing to sell on any substantive level. If this person were not transgender and were not vocal about being transgender, it is highly unlikely this person would have gotten to work with virtually every major comic book publisher in just 2 years. Oh, you heard that right. This person has managed to work for Marvel, DC, Image, Boom, IDW, and several other publishers within 2 years of coming out as transgender, something this person could not do during the 10 years prior to coming out. So when this person objects to the statement that they are, quote, a diversity hire, the facts ain't on their side. It really looks like the primary reason this person gets work is because this person is trans. As for the talentless part, well, you be the judge. Let's have a taste from this person's last comic book series, Vagrant Queen. Quote, I asked you a question. Who sent you? Seriously, Alita? You're gonna pull a gun on me because you're paranoid? Nobody sent. The way I see it, either someone sent you, caption, very serious, or you're actually some kind of legit genie, caption, not a joke. In either case, you got a lot of explaining to do. That's Eisner-worthy dialogue to you. Is it the worst thing I've ever read? No. It's not even this person's worst dialogue. It is, however, clunky, unnatural, and generic. This is what happens when you don't read your dialogue out loud. Better yet, listen to what other people sound like. Not your super woke SJW friends, but actual people. They don't talk like this. Now, this is the book that this person is bragging about being turned into a sci-fi TV show. It's called Vagrant Queen. Yes, I know you've never heard of it. That's fine, and it's not important. What's important is this smash hit comic became a TV show. So let's have a look at the numbers. Let's see the metric fuck ton of orders Vagrant Queen got, because I bet it's going to be so much. It's going to be as bloated as this person's ego and prostate. That's smaller than I expected. Go ahead, insert the jokes there yourself. I don't have to say it. Let's go through it, shall we? Vagrant Queen number 1 got a ginormous 2,026 orders of books. Boom! Boom! Take that, EBS, and your little sissy-frog, cyber-frog, whatever you call it. Can't beat that. I know you maxed out every crowdfunder and got like $1 million, but nobody wanted your fucking book, did they? Unlike Vagrant Queen number 2 with 1,212 books. Spectacles, testicles, wallets, and watch. That number seems lower. That can't be right. Let's check out the next one. Number 3, 993. No, that can't be real. You're not real. I don't believe in you. Number 4, show 'em who's boss. Ooh, 769. Damn, you fell off like weave on a windy day. What happened here? I thought this was a hit. A smash hit that everybody and their grandmammy wanted to read. What happened? Oh, nobody actually bought the book, so stores stopped ordering it. Now, something interesting happens here. No, it doesn't jump in orders. It disappears from Comic-Con. I couldn't find issues 5 and 6, so a nice gentleman shared a link with me from Bleeding Cool. Quote, what if you were publishing Vagrant Queen, but someone forgot the last issue? Oh, this is real. This is real. Rich Johnston, quote, it seems that Vault, the publisher, simply seems to have forgotten to solicit the final 6th issue. Or Diamond did. Or someone did. Issue 5 came out at the end of October as intended, but there was no listing for Vagrant Queen number 6 in the November, December, January, or February solicits, just the collection. So to recap, Vagrant Queen, a book so hot that issue 5 failed to chart, didn't even have its last issue printed on time. If the single issue ever came out, it was too low to chart. Otherwise, it was printed in the collected trade, which opened with a monumental, are you listening, Richard? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, Meyer. Monumental, epoch-shaking, so unbelievable, it's got R. Kelly crying about trifling ass bitches. 200 books. Did you sell that many books? Don't answer that question. Don't you dare answer that question. Remember, this person bragged about certain people with late books, yet this person's last series was not only late, but the publisher may not have printed the final issue. This person's trade can't even get more than 200 orders, but somehow they got a TV show. Yeah, I'm sure that was based on the popularity of the comic and this person's massive success, and not at all about this person's ever-professed identity. Look, this doesn't mean that this person can't improve as a writer, or that this person hasn't made the connections behind the scenes to get the positions they want. It's just to say that the only thing that appears to be different from what this person did 10 years ago versus today is a change in a pronoun. That's it. This person really hasn't improved as a writer. This person still can't plot a story in any coherent way. It just keeps jumping from scene to unconnected scene. This person hasn't learned basic character development. Every lead character is always this person, literally writing themselves into the story and then acting out their fantasies. This person is so bad at writing dialogue that if you plagiarized a Tarantino film and handed the whole script to this person for them to just put their name on it, they would still fuck it up. If any generic white man wrote these comics, they'd have been done after Kim and Kim. But since this person is trans, they seem to keep getting opportunities. But what actually irritated me, Fabian, and what should irritate you, was the implication that the number of published books, awards, and TV options was proof of talent. Because what this person implies is that if you don't have those, you're not talented. So all those people this person had the time to look at during this person's last visit to a comic book convention because no one came up to this person's table, here's a suggestion. Talk to them. Then they might interact with you. All those people sitting in Artist Alley are shit because they don't have what this person has. You haven't published 1,500 pages of comics? Well, you fucking suck. You didn't get nominated for the Purse Puppy Awards, Eisners? Oh, you fucking suck. You don't have someone making a TV show that's probably not going to make it through a full season? You fucking suck. You don't have any skill. You don't have any talent. Nobody's giving you a TV show. Obviously, you're a hack. You, right there, down there. Yeah, you. The one who saved up his money all year to print 500 books and buy a booth and all the trimmings in the hotel room and spend the whole show talking to everybody trying to sell your book. According to this maladjusted person, Map, you fucking suck. You don't have any talent because you ain't published 1,500 pages. You ain't got no nominations and you ain't got no TV show. Marvel don't want to talk to you. DC don't want to talk to you. So you're a talentless hack. And so is everybody else next to you because they ain't got it either. That's a wonderful message to put out there, ain't it, Fabian? That talent is measured not by your innate skill at doing a certain thing, but the ability to get hired by woke SJW sycophants who will drop and turn on you as soon as you're no longer useful. This is the person you want to defend, Fabian. Someone who thinks trying to make it in the industry based on merit, skill, and talent and not their identity are talentless and undeserving. The only one who has talent is the one who gets rewarded with everything because this person keeps telling everyone about their identity status, even though nobody ever buys what this person writes. And the irony is that this person attacks two people who crowdfunded their books, breaking crowdfunding records, and all of that happening because people wanted what they were selling. Both campaigns were funded in less than 24 hours because people wanted the books. New campaigns were opened because people who missed the original ones wanted the books. Contrast that with this person bragging about award nominations and numbers of published pages from books no one even knows exist. We're supposed to be more impressed that a comic no one read, that only got 200 orders for the trade, that failed to publish the final issue, got a TV show, while turning our noses up at two creators who have thousands of fans demanding they make comics. Sounds like the egotistical rantings of a violent, talentless, maladjusted person, Map. But what do I know? I'm just some guy.